is to the whole situation? Is that okay? That was hysterical. Billy, he kept calling him Billy. So Sarah did speak to Wade on the phone. She did meet him on the kiosk, and she did speak to him on the phone. I don't think that was Joey. He was 56 in 2019, which makes him in his 60s. No, that was definitely him, Dawn. That was definitely him. No doubt in my mind, that was him. Those pictures are old. Those pictures that we're seeing with him dressed like that were supposedly from 2010. I asked this earlier, do prisons test for STDs? I don't know, but supposedly he was tested at some point, like maybe upon entry or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if they do like testing. I really don't. Sarah would like to hear your experience when you're ready to share. Yes, Sarah and I did talk, and Sarah spoke to him in the very beginning. She's always been very, like forthcoming in her conversations with him and stuff. So that's why I did ask her if she wanted to come on. And she was sick for a while, and she's got her own personal stuff. So, but when she's ready, she's welcome. Yes, presents to wait. Yes, presents to test as, maybe you meant prison. Okay. So this is our health factor. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense because they're probably in each other and they want to make sure they're not spreading stuff. What was the time frame with Sarah? She spoke to him in the very beginning. You remember Sarah? Yeah, she was in from the very beginning with Emma. It's okay, Jahira. In Idaho, a full-blown panel if they're going to death row or for life.
That's what they're saying. That he just wants to give tax cuts to billionaires. I don't think that's...
What Sarah are we talking about? Just got here. Sarah is somebody who spoke to Wade Wilson in the very beginning of his trial, or the ending, at the very beginning of the end of his trial. Kate Court. Hi, Kate Court. Is there a court date tomorrow? Okay, I do remember. There is not a court date tomorrow. There's a hearing tomorrow, and it'll be telephonically. So it's just probably just go over like some basic stuff. Inmates receive standard routine medical care. So you mean he's not going to get new dentures? I'm a nurse in Idaho, and I deal with DR people and our lifers. Oh, interesting, Angel. Nothing cosmetic. No, I know that. What Sarah want just because they didn't agree, but whatever. I'll be interested to know how he's going to, he's going to get them tailored suits for his appeal. Maybe, I don't know. But I've watched like every one of her videos. Were you on it? I didn't even know Zav Girl had anybody on her lives. You were? I've watched like every video. His looks will depreciate. Yep. Also, I read that already. Sorry. Aspen Dental. He's going to go to Aspen Dental. He's gonna get them tailored suits for the appeal. For a lot, because she plays things that I've already seen. Yeah, Sarah said she's not concerned about her calls because, she was forthright from the beginning. She said she was attracted to him. She reached out to him. She says what they talked about, and she quickly, disconnected because it was really pretty vile. Is that bald spot real? I hope phone calls from prison release Jesse's calls. The bad ones above. Yeah, I really do want more Jessie calls, even though she annoys the shit out of me. I cannot stand her voice. I want to hear more. He's going to look like his dad. He does resemble Steve a lot, but he does look a lot like his biological mom too. It was at the very end one of hers about a month ago. I'm going to have to go back. I've never heard her have anybody talk. Honestly. So true. Emma wanted you to stay connected? Oh, right. That's right. You told me that. But then on the live, she was like calling you out when you said you didn't connect, when you didn't disconnect. That's right. You told me that she wanted you to stay connected, but then she made it like she was mad at you for staying connected. That was weird. That was super weird. Oh, I can't wait to read that. Yeah, Zav is really good. She does a lot of like deep digging. Emma, she's a scammer. So that's how I initially started. Like the first lives I ever went to were Emma's lives. That's the first lives I ever went to. So that's how long I've been following. Oh, I don't know. I talked to Melissa. I don't have any issues with her. I really like Zav. I just find I don't have time to watch her lives anymore. Yeah, with Zav, she does have a lot of good information. I'd like to do like a condensed version on my YouTube of like what Zav does, but I'm definitely not going to go that deep into the research the way she does. And she's also, I don't know what her background is, but she goes like really... She's got like access to things and stuff. So I wouldn't go that deep, but I would like to kind of go along that lines, but like much shorter. Melissa, I remember being in Emma's live. That's when you still associate. What did Abby Lou say that everybody's laughing at? Oh, okay. It was kind of random. Oh, please. Why does Vivian speak like she's kidnapped and calling from the closet? I can. Oh, my God. I cannot. I don't know who's more annoying. He does have great dimples. Yes, he does. I just drove back from Memphis, so it was short. He has his dad dimples, but his face is his mom's. Yeah, he's very, I think he looks a lot like his mom. I see Steve, but I do think he looks a lot like his mom. I saw the bald spot in court. Definitely real. He's shaved now, though. Yeah, I didn't see this bald spot, but I did hear about it. Cold sores may come and go, even if the person... What the hell are we talking about? Cold sores? This conversation goes from so many different angles. Oh my God, I'm trying to... Cold sores, bald spots. Lions and tigers and bears. Hi, Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you also. I think Vivian is that German girl, Emma. Vivian, they put on Reddit, it's that blonde girl, and they're saying she was in court. So that's who they're saying is Vivian. He had a bump on his lip. Yeah, I've seen that. Oh, he had a huge cold sore at sentencing? How did I miss that? I think Vivian is the German girl, Emma. I'm a sucker for a guy with dimples. My oldest son has my dimples. My dad has dimples. See, I have dimples, and my oldest son has them. My little one didn't get them. Mila's spa, she said she needed a new floor, so it wasn't destroyed. She moved a lot of the expensive equipment up to the second floor. So she just said she needed a new floor. Wade threatens to unalive Vivian, and all she says is, "Can you still call me at 4?" Oh, God. It's funny, but it's not, because it's actually, like, it's sad. It's sad that you would let a man talk to you the way you let this man talk to you. And she sounds so desperate and in love with somebody she doesn't even know. I don't even know how this happens. I don't get it. That's why you disconnect it. I watched Jumpsuit Pablo tonight. He said his YouTube video was demonetized. He was so vile. I don't know what's going on with Jumpsuit Pablo, guys. He said something about one of his videos, that they misunderstood something that was said on the video. He's been having problems. I don't know what's going on with him, but I hope it gets resolved, because we need Jumpsuit. I haven't watched his new video yet. Twice. Hair day, when went to accept his rug charges, next day, messy look. I mean, he did look good. He knew what to do. He knew how to do his hair. He knew how to make himself look good. He was smart enough to know to get suits. I mean, that's how manipulative he is. That's how, that just goes to show his narcissism. He knew that he was going to create these thirst traps. Like, let me get myself suits. Let me do my hair. Let me go in there with all these tattoos. Let me give this presentation. I mean, even when he's sitting in court, all the things he's doing are calculated. If you notice, like, there's this one part where he puts his hand right by his crotch, but he does it like really slow. Like, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. That's the crazy part, is he's so calculated. Sarah, I guess you had too much self-esteem to talk with Wade. Well, I think just Sarah has, like, she had the wherewithal to be like, this guy's insane. Do I think he really knew? Yeah, I definitely. Why would he request suits and have these fancy, all right, not fancy, but like some of those suits he looked really good in. Like, he knew what he was doing, that slicking the hair back, the tattoos on his face. He knew he was going in there with this facade. And those pants, I didn't like those khaki pants. The khaki pants were a little short. I used to feel bad for him, and I don't anymore. Yeah, I mean, you can't. After you listen to everything, you're like, how could you feel bad for this guy? You're Italian, you know a good suit. No, I mean, I know they weren't good suits. I mean, I just meant like, they were put together nicely aside from like one or two. I assume Jesse was coaching him on his... No, because Jesse wasn't even in the picture when he was wearing the suits. So I don't know that he winked at the camera. I think he I think he winked at a few people because Amy, Mila's friend, said she said that he winked at her. He was doing it for the camera. Yeah, he knew. I have morals, actually. Right, exactly. He winked at Amy. Right. Can you please explain the Jesse? That's what they do. Aaron was winking too. Was he? I mean, I thought Aaron Hernandez was hot. I love that you can see the stunt belt under the suit sometimes. Yeah, you can. And his little hernia. That's what they do. Aaron was winking too. What about it? Yeah, what was that about him mouthing something? And how funny when that girl Gabby was like, what did you do? What were you doing with your hands? And he's like, oh, I was just stretching. And like the whole internet thought he was throwing out gang signs or like, SOS signs. And he was literally like, oh, I was just stretching my fingers. It just goes to show you how like people will literally just make up anything. Sarah, thank you for the flowers. I love me some Aaron Hernandez. I mean, yeah, Aaron Hernandez was fine. But he was also a bad person. Someone said he mouthed Robin. He did not mouth Robin. He didn't even know Robin when he was mouthing. It did look like he was saying something like, not me or wrong guy. It did look like he was saying that. Aaron was a good looking man. Yeah, Aaron's my type because he's like, I like Spanish guys, so he was like my type. Like Wade would never have been my type, but I've said this before, I've openly said this before that initially when I got into the case, I did think he was very, very like good looking. Like, because I saw just like that clip of him walking into court with the suit on, with the tattoos, with the hair gelled back, like all, tall and looking sexy and walking in or whatever. And I was like, wow, he's hot. Like my sister sent me his video and my sister was like, oh my God, how hot is he? But then like, obviously, I looked up the case. Like I didn't know anything. Aaron at least had CTE to explain some of his behavior. I have like such mixed feelings about that CTE stuff. He mouthed wrong man. Yeah, I mean, I could believe he did that because that's something he would do. Like he knows he's guilty and he'd be like, wrong man. Like, come on. Pay it forward. I think so too. There's something about him, something about Wade that I think, like my sister and I said, that draws you in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what's so dangerous about him is that there's something about him that draws you in. And he has a charming way about him, which is so scary. It's kind of like that guy, like American Psycho, right? Like it's scary because they're not the guy that you would be afraid of off the cuff. They're somebody that like, you could see walking down the block and be like, oh, he's good looking and like probably want maybe to talk to him if you're single, right? It's like the angelic devil. It's like, it's the devil in disguise. That's the scary part is that anyone could easily fall, for his charm and how he comes off like he's just, a regular guy. That's what makes it very scary. Typical sociopath. Monsters with brown eyes. Have you seen Aaron's brain scans? They're really bad. I watched like all the documentaries. on Aaron Hernandez because I just thought he was so good looking. So I like wanted to watch all the cases, but I mean all the documentaries, and I do remember them showing, and I do remember that he had really significant CTE. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't reflect the way they behave, you know, and that's the part that I don't understand. But I do get that I have to give that some consideration because it is a legitimate thing. Oh, there's a lot of different ones on Aaron Hernandez.